Gus Macmillan was introduced to Red Dead Online as part of the Red Dead Online Naturalist update. As part of the Naturalist role, there are two characters, Gus Macmillan and Harriet. When it comes to Gus Macmillan, the Red Dead Online Trapper, there's a lot more he has to offer than you might think. In this video, we'll be going through everything Gus Macmillan has to offer. We will go through the basics of the Trapper, purchases you have to make, and what you should definitely avoid. But before we do get into all of that, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any content just like this. So, getting back into the video. So you might be wondering, who is Gus Macmillan? Gus Macmillan is a major character featured in Red Dead Online. He is a retired big game hunter and a master craftsman that specializes in making clothing and accessories out of animals. Gus once slaughtered 20 elephants in Africa due to losing a bet. So that kind of shows you the type of character that you will be dealing with in Red Dead Online. To put it simply, he is the Red Dead Online Trapper. If you've played through the Red Dead Redemption 2 story, then you're probably somewhat familiar with the Red Dead Trapper. And Gus Macmillan works the exact same way. He is in the exact same 5 locations, which are located with a white paw on the map, and the types of items he will sell is very similar. To be able to meet Gus Macmillan in one of his 5 locations, you'll first have to go through the cutscene at the Strawberry Hotel. This is the cutscene that you will be greeted with.
Got to stop!
Madam, please!
No!
I'll be right with you.
I know you're up there!
Oh, marvelous. There she is. Just what I need. The crazy wood nymph. Can't a man take a bath in peace?
What the hell is that?
It's a panther.
You savage!
And a nice clean one now, too. This is going above the mayor's bed. Okay, Mrs. Hobbs will be by to handle the taxidermy.
Oh, travel safe, my friend.
Wait, who are you? Where's Cecil?
Glenn, I'm a friend of his. Cecil had to take a few days off. For stress.
Is there any animal that you have not slaughtered?
Oh, you flatter me, Miss
Sorry,
Davenport.
I really will be right with
The
you.
answer's no, but I'm retired, as you know, and have been for some time.
Yes, and how many have you out there killing for you now?
Not nearly enough, I'm afraid. Business is booming. What about you there? You a hunter? Gus Macmillan, master craftsman of fine clothing and accessories. Here's my card. I pay top dollar for animal furs and parts. The rarer, the better.
Don't listen to him. Unbelievable. How do you sleep at night?
On the tiger bedspread, my dear. Seriously, come see me.
You're no better than a murderer. And one day, you'll be seen as such.
Whoa. Would you mind taking us outside? I don't want to
Shut up, Glenn!
Listen, soon as a squirrel finds a cure for tuberculosis, let's talk.
If intelligence is the barometer of who has the right to live or die, you should have been court-martialed at birth!
Annoying, isn't she? See him? The only thing he had on his mind was hunger, sweetheart, but I pulled the trigger. Survival of the fittest, isn't that your mentor's trite catchphrase?
It's not survival of the fittest. You are killing to line your own pockets.
This is how I make my living. We don't all have a rich daddy. While you're camped out in the woods, making witches' brews and talking to the wildlife, the rest of us are doing some real
You think
work.
this is some big joke?
Oh,
That's
what
enough!
the hell is that? Crazy shrew. They should throw you in an asylum.
Oh, that's it! I quit! You can tell the mayor I've gone home.
Oh, sorry about that awful man. Harriet Davenport. I've been in the field now for 3 years, studying the hidden interconnections between animals of all species. I've seen everything. I've had joy, disgust, regrets, envy. We're so much more alike than we are different. I'm on the brink of discovering the pathways that link all life. I just need more research material. I have in here detailed notes on pretty much every animal from armadillo to Annisburg, including the locations of some truly impressive varieties. I would be willing to sell this to you if you will commit to bringing me anatomical samples from live species and promise not to carry out any more animal side in pursuit of Gus Macmillan's greed. I'll pay you, of course. I promise I'm good for the money. You don't have to decide right now, just think about it. We've been brought together for a reason. I feel that very strongly. I've been experimenting with tonics that can provide access to remarkable new pathways of communication with other species. You have to live as they do, eat as they eat, hop as the toad, dig as the mole, love as the badger. If you see what I've seen, you just have to open your mind. Join me on a voyage of discovery.
Once you have gone through that cutscene with Harriet and Gus Macmillan, you will then be able to purchase the Naturalist role for 25 gold bars by purchasing the sample kit from Harriet. You will have got the option to purchase it in the Naturalist cutscene, but if you didn't, you can just go to one of Harriet's 3 locations and purchase it there. Once you're at Gus Macmillan, you'll notice you have the option to sell and to buy. First, let's look at what you are able to buy. Once you're in the buy menu, you'll see you have the sections of garment sets, clothing, trinkets, equipment, and ammunition. First, let's look at garment sets. In this tab, you may not see anything, or you may just see a couple of garment sets, but there are actually a ton of garment sets. For each legendary animal, there is 1 garment set. So if you skin a legendary animal and then sell it to Gus, bear in mind that you do have to sell it to Gus, you can't just have it sewed on your horse, then you can craft one of the garment sets. It will still cost you money, but these are pretty cool to collect, and I do suggest going through and purchasing all of these. But make sure you have completed the animal field guide before doing this. I will prioritize that over this, but still, you should definitely collect these since they are pretty cool. So next up we have clothing, and in the clothing tab you have the option of hats, bandoliers, coats, ponchos, gauntlets, gloves, and pants. And I can't really suggest not purchasing these. It is just clothing, so if you think that this looks good on your character, then by all means purchase it. None of this isn't really worth purchasing since this is just clothes, so I can't just say that looks bad, don't purchase it. If you think it looks good and it looks good on your character, by all means freshen up your character and purchase these clothes. And next up we have trinkets. There are 6 trinkets which give you different perks in Red Dead Online, but I'm really not going to go into specific details on which trinkets are worth it because I have a whole video on that, and a link to that can be found in the description below. The next section is equipment. And wow, these have some hefty prices. There is the alligator variant for 9 gold bars, the horned variant for 12 gold bars, and the jaguar variant for 14 gold bars in the weapons tab. And in the made to order saddlebags, you have the big paw saddlebag for 8 gold and the soft coat saddlebag for $205. So the only thing out of all of this that I recommend is the soft coat saddlebag. If you're a veteran, obviously, with hundreds of gold bars, by all means purchase all of these, but if you're not, I really don't suggest purchasing any of these other than the soft coat saddlebag, since it is the only one that is somewhat cheap. The others do cost insane sums of gold and really aren't worth it for that price, but they are pretty cool, so when you do have hundreds of golds to spare, by all means go and purchase them. And then lastly we have ammunition. This just consists of arrows, varmint cartridges, and Nitro Express rifle cartridges, which are used for the elephant rifle. So that does cover everything to do with Gus Macmillan. It is worth noting if you do visit and purchase something from him a lot, then it is likely Harriet will spray you, which obviously is unfortunate, but unfortunately you can't really avoid that. So as you can see, there are a lot of purchases worth making. Some are just complete rip-offs, but some are actually pretty useful. So hopefully now you know what to purchase and what not to purchase when it comes to the Trapper in Red Dead Online. Let me know down in the comments how often you visit Gus Macmillan, and be sure to like, subscribe and turn the notification bell so you never miss any content just like this. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.